What's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Twisted Life and TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap and review of Queen Sugar. This is season 5, episode 8. The episode is titled June 3rd, 2020. Sorry, my nose itching. Somebody talking about me. I told you every time my nose itches, somebody talking about me. June 3rd, 2020. It's my birthday. That's my birthday, June 3rd, 2020. June 3rd of any year is my birthday. So I was trying to really understand what the significance of that title being called. Forgive me, y'all. If y'all not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so that way you can be notified when videos on this channel pop out. I will be eating popcorn while I'm filming this, so y'all just gonna have to suffer through me crunching because I haven't figured out what I want for dinner yet. So I pop me some popcorn. Y'all know I'm a real movie goer. When you got a bucket like this, because my movie theater on Wednesdays, they used to give us free popcorn. Bring your own bucket. I sure did. So I don't understand what the significance of this episode being titled June 3rd, 2020. At all. We start off with Blue. Perception is everything. Perception is everything. Did y'all see how little 10-year-old Blue viewed the way that encounter with the police officer happened? Ralph Angel was yelling at the officer. They was in each other's face, pointing back and forth. They even shoved each other at one point. Blue was pleading with his father to stop arguing. The police officer pulled a gun, and in his mind, he had to run for his life. Now, he's running towards his mama. His mama was telling him, come on, to keep him safe. His daddy told him not to run at all. Never run. Stand your ground. But all he could see for him to do, the only option, was to run. As the cop stood there and pulled the trigger, waking Blue up out of his sleep. It was a nightmare. You know, he started to run to his parents, his breathing all heavy. His feet, filled with trepidation in every step. He stopped, breathed deep, still scared, but he got back in the bed. And I was wondering, had he actually wet himself? Because remember back in the day, Blue used to pee in the bed. And usually when somebody does that as a younger child, if something traumatic happens again, it may spark that happening all over again. Bedwetters are usually faced with a reoccurring cycle until whatever is bothering them is dealt with. Blue never spoke about it to his parents when he was having nightmares about this entire episode. He didn't even act any different throughout the day. Sometimes children experience a traumatic episode that they don't want to talk to their parents about, but they close themselves off. Blue didn't do any of that. Charley, still on her couch, lying there trying to catch breaths, and the doorbell rings. Now, Queen Sugar, last episode was June 1st. This episode is titled June 3rd. You cannot tell me that Charley has been laying there 2 days waiting on Davis to show up. Short of breath, paralyzed with fear, and she still ain't dialed 911. She still ain't crawled out to her front porch for somebody to see her and help her possibly. I was like, was this bad editing? Or is the episode going to actually end on June 3rd? You know what I'm saying? Is that what's going to happen? Because right now it's still June 1st. It's still the same day. June 1st episode happened all in one day. Okay? It's like, come on now. Okay, so like I said, June 3rd is my birthday. So I'm like, why is June 3rd a significant date? For y'all need to lock that in. That's my birthday. I accept all gifts, tokens of appreciation. Starting from now until that time frame. Go ahead and hook us some stuff. I'm just saying. Anyway, like I said, the doorbell rings, but she can't move. She can't move. Davis calls on the phone. He banging on the door. Nothing. Charley cannot move. Like I said, she's paralyzed. Paralyzed with fear. Paralyzed with pain. She just, So he breaks through the glass and comes in, mask free. And Charley says, you need a mask. I just got a warning that my laptop about to shut off on me. Hold on for a second, child. All right, we back in business. Wow. Okay. Where was I at? It's good as popcorn. Hold on real quick. I don't know where I was at, y'all. Davis came on in. Mask free. And Charley was like, you need a mask. I think I may have COVID. Okay. Well, Dr. Davis comes right on in, sits on down and starts to interview her. I know, bruh, you want to stay calm. You want to remain calm. That's normally what they tell you. But learn what you can on the way to the damn hospital. That's my thoughts, right? Get in the car, go on your way to the hospital, and you question her that way. Because every second counts. She in there wheezing. You know, muscles all tight in her doggone throat that you could see the veins protruding. And he says, talk to me. I can't breathe. You having trouble breathing? The gasping for air didn't answer that for you, bro? The heck, right? So he gets her to turn over on her stomach, which I'm surprised. Now, my medical folk down in the comment section, y'all help me out. If somebody is short of breath, turning them on their stomach is not the proper thing to do. Maybe on their left side, because I think if you sleep on your left side, all your organs are protected or something like that. On your side, let's just say on your side, or they tell you to lay on your back with your head elevated so that way you can open up your airway, not to roll over on your stomach. Am I wrong? Because my brain just instantly thought about SIDS, the sudden infant death syndrome. That's why they encourage people to have their children sleeping on their backs so they won't suffocate in their sleep. They, stop breath or choke or something like that in their sleep. Or they want to keep their airways open. Am I wrong? Y'all let me know if I'm wrong down in the comment section. So when I heard that this was what the doctor wanted him to do, I was confused. Because he had a doctor on the phone. He told the doctor, yeah, I got her to roll over on her stomach. No, she's not dizzy. No, she's not coughing. But Charley is in pain, visible pain. And to me, it seems like she is suffocating on her own oxygen. And speaking of suffocation, Darla, her mama, Darlene, she finally hit them with the bing bang bow, saying that she won't Blue to move to DC for school. And Darla is pissed. She is highly pissed to the highest of festivity, right? How you gonna tell me what's good for my doggone son, mama? Okay? I'm his mother. Well, the mama, Darlene, has taken the liberty to not only get an application for this school in DC, but to get him admitted on a full ride. Okay? The school was all online, hyping up BLM. So she used her daddy's connections, or her husband, Darla's daddy, connections, Blue's test scores, and a story about him being a black gifted child in an urban area without resources to cultivate his way of learning. And they ran with that because they needed that type of publicity. Okay? So Darla say, I don't care what you did. Not my son. I do not want him to be the token black kid in the school, separated from his people and from his culture. I know that life. I've lived that life. Look where it got me. Okay? Her mama like, girl, stop being so damn dramatic. Stop tripping. This is an opportunity like no other. You need to look into it. Think about it seriously. Stop thinking with your feelings, okay? And think with your common sense. Well, Vi and Nova, they on the phone chit-chatting, and Vi asked about Calvin and if him and Nova gonna tie the knot. They been shacked up for a few months now. Why not, right? Now, Nova say they not there yet. They not at that place. But Vi say, Calvin ready for it. I can see it in his eyes. The old Nova would run from the thought of marriage, okay? And I'm not too sure if the new Nova is too quick to step that way either. Now, Nova, she quickly turned the conversation over to Wood and how he doing. And I was like, Vi just cannot give this man his moment. She had to make it about her some way. And I know I'm one of the few people that see it this way, but this is how I see it. She asked you how Hollywood doing, and she responds ups and downs. And ups and downs for me too. They didn't really get into what her ups and downs was because Nova said, you want to talk about it? She was like, nah. So why did you think to deter that moment away from Hollywood? Nova was asking about him. That really bothers me that she does that, and she does it often. I understand feeling the need to be relatable, but truly she was asking about Hollywood in this moment. His mama just died. His business can't open up. He losing money. He going through something emotionally. He's stressed the fuck out. Give him his moment, okay? But, okay. Another petty pet peeve I'm have right now. I got the defund police flyers up on the wall, which is, the defund police idea started years ago, right? However, the actual movement started around when George Floyd was murdered. And so they put the defund police flyers up inside the restaurant that ain't nobody coming into. So why she put them on inside the door? She should put them on the outside of the windows, right? But that's just me. And then she had a Biden-Harris campaign flyer up. Like I said, petty pet peeve moment. This is June 3rd, 2020 episode. Biden did not announce that Harris was going to be his VP running mate until August. Just saying. Petty pet peeve moments. I got to talk about them. She could have talked about Georgia. They could have made that significant. Because that was happening around that time, wasn't it? Well, anyway, Davis didn't take Charley to the hospital. He monitored her temperature. She was on her side now. He wanted to get her to the bed so the bed was more firmer, more stabilized. But Charley's too weak to move. And I'm still like, why is she not going to the hospital? Respiratory issues were surely being allowed to go to the ER at this point. Why is she not going to the hospital? There's got to be something. What's wrong? Anyway, Davis carried her up to her bed, trying to make her more comfortable and stuff, right? Well, Calvin made it home. Nova said, when I got home and didn't see you here, I got scared. How? Why? You flew back from Austin. He drove. That's an 8-hour car ride. Why would he have beat you back? That didn't make sense, girl. Well, anyway, Nova's like, let's talk about what we talked about at the forum. Marriage, you know what I'm saying? She's still uncertain what marriage looks like for them. Okay? He's ready to love. However she want to do it. You know what I'm saying? You just want to shack up. You want to you get down on one knee. You want the paperwork. Whatever you want. I want to be here for you, with it. Okay? And Nova looked like she was really considering the possibility. So Darla calls up Aunt Vi. Pissed about her mama still, of course, right? Aunt Vi's like, I know damn well you're not going to let Blue go anywhere. Darla like, no, heck no. It's not that. But Ra is considering it. You know, Hollywood on the other side of the room looking like, Vi, stay out of it. Stay out of it. You know what I'm saying? This is one of those times, though, that Darla would call a friend to me to vent. But she ain't got any. We talked about that before. So she reaches out to Miss Violet. Not even Aunt Vi. She still can't even call her Aunt Vi. She's Miss Violet. But she tells Darla that Blue ain't going no doggone word. You know it. Rod know it. And I'm going to talk to your mama about it and make sure that she know it, right? So, and that really may have been the whole point of why Darla reached out to Aunt Vi. But the look on Wood's face, baby, like, stay out of it. Prosper sitting there like, my name Bennett and I ain't in it. You know, I don't even think he had a few words. Oh, he did have a couple words to say. It was only a couple words for the whole other episode. As Aunt Vi was like, Lord have mercy. Prosper said, yeah, he'll work it out. Jesus will work it out if you let him. We'll work it out. The problem that I had, just couldn't seem to solve. I cried and I cried, just deep involved. Turned it over to Jesus, and I got worried about it. Turned it over to the Lord, and He worked it out. Oh yeah, Jesus will work it out if you let Him. Jesus will work it out. That's like the only song I remember from church, because we used to be in it, especially when the choir, the drum stopped. The drum, that's how you hit the drum beat. Dum, dum. Everybody on stage. Jesus will work it out if you let Him. Will work it out. You just hear the whole just. I used to love that song. Anyway, I'm by saying, yeah, Jesus can work it out. I'm going to help him out. I'm going to help him do it. Wood is like, I thought we talked about this. We're going to let that girl raise her son. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to say, I know we did. I know exactly what I said, but it's about Blue. So whatever I said before, don't even matter. It don't even matter. Busy body. Because trust me, Vi was going to get involved. Whether Darla wanted to her or not. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, Darla wanted her to do it. Okay, so Charley, still in bed. David's sitting by her side reflecting on the good times. And I was like, why hasn't he called anybody in the family? Why he ain't called Micah? They don't know what the heck is wrong with her. They don't know how severe this is about to get. So we learned that Charley decided not to call 911 because she was thinking of others. As always, she's always thinking about other people, putting other people before her. She didn't want to take a bed away from somebody else at the hospital. It's so many people going to the hospital that the doctors and the nurses are overwhelmed, and Charley was thinking about that as well. So she was like, I don't want to go. Don't take me there. But David said he don't give a damn. If she gets worse, they going. He got 3 doctors on speed down right now, and he going to continue to monitor her for now. But if she get worse, they going. And Micah, he had reached out to his mama. He texted her, and she instructed David not to respond to him. So he didn't. Which he don't think that was right to do, because he thinks that she's taking away Micah's choice to actually be in there, to show up for her, show up for the people that he loved. But she's taking that option away from him. So, bam. Baby, she got on one, right, did she? She calls Darlene and tell her all this yipping and yapping that you doing about Blue going up to D.C. Put a stop to it and stop it now, right? Darlene is like, well, hello, Vi. Hello to you too. And who gonna check me about it, boo? That's how she was going. Who are you to tell me anything about what to do with my grandson? Well, I was the one who raised him. When you couldn't or you wouldn't, you choose, right? Darlene say, but I sent you money. Wood stuck his head out like money. Now remember, that was a secret that nobody else knew about. Nobody knew that Vi and Darlene had been in contact all this time, and Darlene had been sending her money to help take care of Blue. Nobody knew about that. But anyway, Vi was like, yeah, you sent money. That's something that you could easily replace. But I gave time. That's irreplaceable, right? So Darlene said, you know what? Darlene always argues with a smile on her face, right? She said, you know, you may have raised him, but my daughter is the one that gave birth to him, right? And she gonna be the one that has the final say, not you. I'm Vi. She said, the daughter who called me, asking me for my help to talk to you, that daughter, okay. Look her, Blue ain't going nowhere, whether I'm dead or alive, and don't try me. I was like, Darlene looked like, well, you know what? I have tried to be. She's probably saying I have tried to be nice. I'm about to say what I say. You will have tried the wrong one. You're going to learn today. You're going to learn today, right? Darlene like, you know what? Bye. Hung up on him. Vi was hot in the pants, baby. No, she didn't hang up on me. We'll come in the room like, woman, what the heck has gotten into you? You out here fighting the fight that ain't even yours. What is really going on with you? And she says, I'm not having it. I'm not having it, Hollywood. You know, I'm not having it. He's like, they're going to end up putting a restraining order on your butt. She walked out. Well, now, you know what, y'all? I think Vi should have stayed out of it. I really do. However, I think that Darlene overstepped her damn boundaries as well. You know what I'm saying? There was one thing that she did say to Aunt Vi that made sense to me. Darla will make the final decision. And truth be told, Darla and I said Ralph Angel would be the one who make the final decision. And when it all came down to it, though, Darla made that decision. Okay. But yeah, damn sure wanted me to be Aunt Vi. Aunt Vi seems to always know what to do for everybody else. She don't even give that type of attention to her own man when he in his time of need, which technically he's still going through right now. Okay. Well, Darla and they had odds about it too. He think they should strongly consider it, despite Darlene. You know what I'm saying? Blue is smart enough not to be swayed by her. I don't think so. Blue is very influential. He can be swayed by her, but that's not the issue. The biggest difference for me would be the environment. However, no matter what environment you're in, Blue is still going to be a young black man. That ain't going to change. It may, however, improve his way of living just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The same way I feel like my way of living has improved just a little bit, moving from St. Louis to here. But Darla's like, we can teach him what we want to teach him. We can teach him what we need to teach him here. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, no, you can't, girl. You already stressed out over 5th grade homework. You would not be able to match his intelligence level and provide him what he needs. But like you said, there may be some great schools nearby that he ain't got to leave home for it. Personally, I would not want my kid away from me at that age. I'm selfish like that. And trust me, it has everything to do with me and not what's going to benefit my child. Point blank, period. I'm going to tell you right now, Keena wouldn't be going. She would not be going. And then Darla said to Ralph, that boy ain't going nowhere. Okay? And Ralph was just doing the little dishes like, I guess that's the end of the story. You know what I'm saying? And that's on that. So, well, Charley, she now up hacking and coughing. Woo, something terrible, y'all. Davis rushing to her room, still mask free. I'm like, Davis, you don't need to quarantine after this to make sure you all right, right? He like, whatever. It's going to be whatever. I've been here long enough. If I got it, I got it. You know what I'm saying? My man. Look, my cousin, she told me about when she had got it. We still don't know if she really had the C-19 because she never went to the hospital either. It was all in the early stages when they wasn't even letting people come to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? They was turning people away for almost everything. And, when they was just letting people die at home alone. So she told me that it was so bad for her that she just knew she was dying. She updated her life insurance policies and everything. She thought she was gone. But luckily, Big G had other plans for her, and she's still alive and breathing today, okay? Wood and Rod, they get to have a little phone call, a little FaceTime, a little drink, just so they can have a moment on the show for us as viewers to see men show appreciation for black women, because this was during the time that all us black women, or I ain't gonna say all of us, a majority of the black women was out here saying how the brothers ain't never there for us. You know what I'm saying? We always supporting the brothers, we always upholding them, lifting them up. This same thing that Ralph Angel and Wood said. And we were feeling like our brothers was leaving us out there, And so this was the moment in the show for Ava DuVernay to put in 2 black men who strongly show appreciation for black women. They do it all over Twitter, for real, to be honest. So, in return, I'm Vi laid out this spread. Fried catfish, sauteed kale, slow cooked rice and beans. Rice and beans. 3 cheese macaroni from his mama recipe, y'all. Wood is like, all right. Shit, I was pulling up a plate for my damn self. I just told you I hadn't ate. And I was like, I'm about looking all good, smelling all good stuff. This is about to be heavy. What's going on? All I'm thinking is, why has nobody called and stopped by Charley's? I'm still thinking at the same time, though. That's why I'm thinking maybe that's what she finna lay on him or something. But no, because just think how Wood would have reacted to find out that Charley could possibly have C-19 and his mama just died from that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I thought was finna happen, but it didn't. Anyway, they sit down and they eat and everything, and she finally acknowledged that Wood ain't all right. You know what I'm saying? That he been going through something and she is there for him. Finally. Okay? They each other's ride or die. They down the ride to the very end. They here together to get into some good trouble, okay? And Wood is like, you know what, baby, I'm all in. And I kept thinking, what the hell you cooking up? What's going on? She's gonna fight for custody for Blue again? What's going on? He said he all in, and she really like, okay, you really all in? So here's to us getting into some good trouble. Was I the only one worried about this when she was having this conversation? Was it just me? I mean, it didn't go nowhere. It didn't escalate anywhere. But that's my brain. It's such a damn shame that I'm always looking for a catch with people nowadays. And especially with Aunt Vi. And I'm like, what's the freaking catch, Aunt Vi? I just can't accept something good happening without me expecting that something worse is going to fall behind it. And and this show has had a history of perpetuating that doggone idea. Every time something good happens, a good moment, then the shoe falls. So I'm waiting for this shoe to fall. Like, why she got this nice little dinner out? What is going on? We never got to hear it. Nothing came of it, thank goodness. Well, after the phone call that Wood had with Rod, he was like, you know what? I think I need to stay connected with the bros, right? We can't do it face to face, but we can do online, just like Zoom or something. You know, so basically gonna be the real spot online, where the fellas can get together, still chit chat. But he like, baby, I know something going on with you. Whenever you ready to tell me why you blew up like that on Darlene, because you went ham. I'm here for you. I'm listening. You know, she got an attitude. Snatched her little foot out of his hand. You know, he was trying to rub the lotion on and stuff. Snatched the little foot out of his hand. It was like, whatever. And it even thumped him in the back of the head. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, look, maybe it's just me. If it ain't Aunt Vi's health, I could care less what the hell is going on with her right now. I swear I could. That's just how I'm feeling about Aunt Vi right now. I don't care what got her panties in the bunch if it's not her health. I know that may not be fair, but I'm kind of over Aunt Vi's attitude, justified or not. Ugh. But speaking of health, Charley got all these thoughts running through her head. You know what I'm saying? She's still bedridden. You know, they say when you think you're dying, your life just start flashing before your eyes. All the good moments, all the bad moments. And Davis is still there by her side. She's surprised. He's like really there taking care of her. And I'm like, who's taking care of his 13-year-old daughter? She's still fairly new to this city. And he been gone with Charley now at least 2 days. She done said 2 good mornings to him. So this probably would be June 3rd now. Where his fucking daughter at? Why they don't ever mention this little girl? I hope that this whole scene of him here taking care of her ain't the catalyst of them trying to get them back together. I hope that's not what's going on. But she do need somebody to care for her. Finally. Charley don't even know how to act. She don't even know how to accept it for real. I'm surprised she didn't try to make him go home. She still don't want him to call this her family though. He offered to call Aunt Vi and Raha and Nova. Got a whole kernel. He offered to call her for Charley. And she like, no. They got too much on their plate. I don't want to hear their questions. I don't want to know. I don't want their concern. I don't want to feel, you know, their attention. I don't want to feel none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. You know, so leave it alone. Don't call them. And I'm still sitting there thinking, why the fuck they ain't called you? They ain't came over. They ain't heard from you in a few days. It just annoys me. I guess they got too much on their plates. If there's anything that I missed in this episode, y'all go ahead and drop it in the comment section. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate you always. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Peace.